2 points for you, Donald, which I'd love you to talk about. Number one, isn't it interesting that now we understand that President Obama will give a live press conference later on today? Obviously, he's probably going to discuss the terrorist attack from the brutal communist dictatorship of Cuba. So what irony that is. Now yesterday,
I wonder how many Muslims Cuba's taking every year. I wonder if they're setting up a little area in Cuba for the Muslim population. Right?
And of course, one of his big points on the agenda is to close down Guantanamo Bay. Let me ask you about your foreign policy advisors. Yesterday, you discussed some names, some specific people that you have been talking with in terms of your own foreign policy agenda. Donald, have you spoken with those individuals this morning? What can you tell us about your own foreign policy agenda in the face of this?
Right. I have not spoken to them, but I will tell you whatever they tell me, and they're going to be advisors, and they're highly respected, as you know. You know some of them. Some of them have been on your show many times, but Waleed is an example. But I will tell you that no matter what they say, I'm still for very strong borders. We have to close our borders, make them so strong, and let people into our country, but they have to be people that are going to be wonderful for our country. You know, we do lottery systems, and I think we should do it based on merit, based on their background. Have they been wonderful, you know, people where they were? We're taking in people into our country. We know nothing about it. And the most serious version of that is what's coming in from Syria. We're taking people in with zero documentation. And, you know, and Maria and Jerry, I can tell you that I've spoken to every law enforcement, top people. There is no way you can tell anything about these people about documentation because it's all gone. It's all gone. And yet it's a strange thing because they have no documentation, they have no anything, and yet they're walking in the migration line, young men using cell phones. Okay.
Yeah, and we spoke earlier that we know that ISIS has gotten their hands on that passport-making machines. Look, Donald, all of this happening on the day of the primary, obviously in Arizona and Utah. Does this change the conversation? Does this change the sentiment for voters going into those voting booths from your standpoint? How are you feeling going into these primaries?
Well, I'm feeling very, very good. Arizona, I think I'm going to do fantastically. And Utah, I was there, and I had a great reception. And I'll see how I do in Utah. In Arizona, we had 21,000 people, and we had 6,000 people. And the things were set up a couple of days in advance. The second one was set up like 14 hours in advance, so we had 6,000 people. And we would have had many more, except that the agitators, I call them agitators, you know, it's a professional organization, but they blocked the road and they blocked some entrances and things like that. But actually, they're very safe. You know, despite what you read, these are very safe. What goes on there is love fests, believe me. These are great people that, you know, the expression is make America great again. That's what we're going to do, make America great again, great people. So the Arizona is going on today, the Utah is going on today. I think we're going to do very well. I'm leading by a lot. And I hope to continue that trend.
Very quickly, Donald, you spoke yesterday to AIPAC. It was kind of a different, it was a different speech from one you normally gave. You spoke with a teleprompter, you spoke from a prepared speech, and it was different to some extent from the message you spoke when you spoke to American Jewish groups in the past. What was your, what were you trying to achieve yesterday? What were you trying to reassure American Jews that you are very, very strongly pro-Israel, and what do you think you achieved?
Well, I think they didn't need too much reassurance because I have been very strong on Israel. But I had great detail in that speech, as you know, Jerry, and I wanted to make sure I got it exactly right. So I did it from a teleprompter, and I got very nice praise. I mean, and honestly, Jerry, it's a lot easier than doing it the way I normally would do it because I have a good memory.
Yeah.
So I'll memorize facts, and I'll get up and I'll do it. And honestly, this was easier, and I got tremendous notices. I don't know. I wonder how the Wall Street Journal treated me. I don't know. I have to go. I'm going to read it in about 2 minutes, right?
But, Donald,
I'm glad you're still reading, Donald, although you don't like everything we publish. I'm glad you're still reading.
No, I know that. But it's nice to have you both on because you did one of the really good debates together. A good part of the team, right?
Thank you so much, Donald. We appreciate it.
It was a great team.
We feel that in both of the debates, we feel that we certainly got the best out of you and the candidates. Before we go, Donald Trump, we are following, obviously, France tightening security at train stations, airports, public transportation, New York as well. The Prime Minister of Belgium saying what we feared has happened, and today is a black day for Belgium. What do you want to leave viewers with in the face of these deadly attacks happening early this morning in Belgium?
Well, I think what I've been saying for the last year, we have to be very, very strong at our borders. And our borders don't just mean our southern border. That means people coming in by airplane and people coming in even on the northern side. But we have to be very, very strong on our borders, and we have to be vigilant. We have to see if there's something going on. People have to report him. You know, this guy that they caught yesterday, he was living right in his neighborhood. He was living there with all these people. They all knew he was there. They didn't turn him in. There's something going on that's wrong. And if you look at Paris and you look at places like Belgium, it's not a good situation. What's happening now worldwide is not a good situation. We can't let it happen to our country. And it is happening, by the way. People are coming in that shouldn't be coming into this country.
Apparently, and I guess there are some 1,000 investigations going on right now in the U.S. about wannabe terrorists or those who are trying to join the fight. Donald Trump, thank you very much for your time this morning. We so appreciate it. We'll be watching tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And of